no such thing as a lack of money in this country because our country makes its own money. It's fiat currency. It's all ones and zeros. So there'll never be an end to the money. That is something you can research on your own. But the real reason is because of the same reason that farmer got reimbursed the loss of the income he would have made from that soybean field. You are legally obligated, responsible, they are to pay you for the loss of your business. That's the reason this is completely different than the way most people are thinking of it. Fifth Amendment, takings clause, Google it yourself. You'll discover what I'm talking about is true, right? We did the work for you. I just told you, but if you want to drill down on yourself, go right ahead. So in the meantime, here's what you guys got to accept moving forward. The abnormal nature of life is going to be the new normal. That's okay. You know, Julie and I left our little community here in Puerto Rico last Friday, and some of you guys have had similar experiences. And we were out of bananas. Zoe wanted bananas, so we went to Costco. The line at Costco, you guys know how big Costco's are, right? Was all the way wrapped around by 1.5 times the entire store. We took one look at that. We said, no way. We went over to Sam's Club, same thing. No way. We drove off again, and then we went to this little local grocery store called Amigo. Same thing. Hour and a half, 2 hour, 3 hour lines just to get in. That is incredible. Is that going to change anytime soon? Do you think until there's a vaccine created, do you think Costco is going to want or allow people en masse to basically flog the stores like they had in the past? That's not going to happen. That's the new abnormal. Limited access to the stores. There's not just going to be a switch that's going to be flipped and everything's going to go back to normal. And I'm going to tell you guys the real reason why events are being canceled. I'm going to tell you the real reason why Costco's and all that are doing what they're doing. Yes, it's to stop the spread of the disease. That is true. That hopefully is their primary motivation. But the real reason is the liability. The liability, if you have an event with more than 10 people, if you have 200 people in a room that you invited, and somebody gets sick there, let alone dies, there is an excellent reason to believe that you could be held personally liable for that. No errors and omissions insurance policy is going to cover you for involuntary manslaughter. Now, I didn't think of that. Other people thought of what I'm telling you that we started warning you guys about last month. Here where we live, we had a very famous local businessman. His name is Peter Schiff. You guys can Google him, who was talking about this very thing that he had heard from he was on boards of directors, and the boards of directors of these businesses were saying, we have got to stop doing live events because there's a potential liability issue. We then started telling everybody we knew, before most of them were ready to hear it, that they've got to stop doing live events. Why am I telling you this? Because think of how many communal type things had just been the norm. Baseball games, football games, real estate conventions, going to Costco, going to church, going to synagogue or mosque. There's every reason to believe that until the vaccine is actually in place, that those things are not going to be part of our lives like they were. And that's going to be shocking for a lot of people. But you have to embrace that the new normal is abnormal. And then hopefully in year and a half or less, things are going to feel that things are then going to be able to return to something that resembles normalcy. Even if the quarantines are lifted at the end of May, which is basically when it's going to happen. Don't believe it's going to be any sooner than that. In some parts of the country, it might even be into June. Even when those quarantines are going to be lifted, there's going to be all kinds of draconian measures put in place. And then everyone is saying the virus is going to come back in the fall. And then we're going to have to do all this over again. Okay? So that's what we're doing. And right now is we're doing our best to get you guys to listen so you can be prepared so that you don't have to essentially experience the hardship any more than you absolutely have to. So please download that plan that we created for you guys immediately. Text the word survival to 31996. Text the word survival to 31996. And if you're super smart and you want to be super urgent, get in line now to start doing BPOs because that will give you cash flow. And just text the word BPO to 31996. So Julie and I are going to continue to do at least one, usually 3 shows a day. We're going to be doing a special Sunday show that we're looking forward to talking to you guys about because it's a lot more informal and fun and we can kind of laugh and, joust a little bit verbally, which we enjoy doing and some of you guys enjoy listening to. But in the meantime, if you guys need us for anything, if you want to talk to me about a graceful exit, for example, brokers, if you're realizing after listening to us that you realize that maybe the next 60 to 90 days is going to be pretty close and, financially and scary, you need to think about texting me directly, and I will walk you through the economics of a graceful exit, of getting yourself out of your current economic situation, and I will help you and show you how to make it so that financially it's easy for you to move from where you are to a better place so that you can weather whatever storm's coming. And I know, and you know, a lot of you have been thinking about getting rid of your brokerages anyway, so this is a good excuse. So just text me directly, and yes, we will be talking about eXp Realty when we have that conversation. That is what we're going to talk about. So if you have some religious opposition to talking about eXp Realty, then don't text me. But other than that, you can text me, and my direct cell phone is 512-758-0206, 512-758-0206. Guys, we will get this together. Choose your Sherpa wisely. Did I make that point clear enough? Choose your Sherpa wisely so you don't end up just being frozen on the side of the mountain when we're finally through this economic